Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way.
All right, episode 15. Time does not heal all wounds. How's it going? So there's a lot to talk about. What do you want to start with?
Man. All right, let's just get into it. Let's get into it right away. Let's do Elizabeth and Andrei.
Oh, you going big.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, let's just, oh my God.
The juiciness.
This was really, I would say it delivered. It delivered good.
Everything that you thought the previews were going to be.
Yes. So it starts off, with them meeting up at Chuck's house. They're going to do the cookout. And they're talking all very, it's not too bad compared to what happens next. At first I did think it was bad. The sisters come in and they kind of, they're kind of awkward. They confront Chuck about what's going on and how he hasn't been contacting them in regards to the business and how he's kind of getting sucked into Andrei. And Andrei is like, I feel like he was about to explode at any moment, but he didn't. He kept his cool until Charlie came in and all hell broke loose. Charlie's like, call the cops. And then Andrei's like, what did you say? And he's like, you're not the king of here anymore. That's what Andrei said. You're not the king anymore, which I think is pretty bold of Andrei. It's like, come on. You've only been friendly with Chuck for how long? Like 2 months? And all of a sudden you're taking over. He's like, you don't rule. You don't control everything anymore. Charlie. And then they immediately start going at it. They start fighting. And at first I was like thinking like, is this shit fake? Like, is this produced? But Andrei looked really mad.
And shirtless.
Yeah. And they were really going at it. He got Charlie in a headlock, and then Libby and her sister-in-law start going at it. I was like, oh, that's a good one too. Cat fight.
What made me think it could have been fake was the fact that they had the big, like what's the guy who got in the middle? Like the big guy, the big producer guy or camera person?
Yeah, I was wondering who that was. I was like, why is there a random big black guy in an all-white party?
They knew to have him there, I feel like. So like, I don't know.
They baited him.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, maybe as in they knew that something could happen. Like Charlie's coming. Andrei is there. There's a lot of tension in the family. They're like, all right, let's just have this guy here just in case, right?
He's like Steve from Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
So then they start all going at it. And then Becky with the good hair and her husband, Becky's like, do not get involved in this. And she's trying to pull her husband away. Don't get involved with this trash. And then the sister-in-law is like, trash? And then Becky's like, yes, trash, bitch, trash.
She was trash. Guys, was she not trash? She was pretty much trash.
She is.
Yeah, that's a couple made in trash heaven.
Yes.
Yeah, they fit each other. It looks like they look good together.
I think they met on Trash Anonymous.
Yeah.
Who do you think would have won, Libby or the sister-in-law?
Oh, dude, Libby. She got 20 pounds on her.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. The boob attack. Just like pounded with the boob.
I feel sorry for Chuck. Even though he was dumb for thinking that they could get along, even though they all hate each other. Like throughout the fight, they're all yelling at him. Like every single person is yelling at him. And he's just there crying. It's like, oh man, that sucks.
You saw that coming.
Yeah.
And then one couple would leave. I know. And then one couple would leave and another couple would come and start yelling at him again.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, that sucks.
This is for my family. Yeah. So those were real tears. Chuck was really sad.
Not crocodile tears? You don't think he was hamming it up for the Kim?
I don't think so. I think this was all very
their
real.
Own spin-off.
I do think they want their own spin-off, and they did a great job here.
You'd watch the spin-off?
Yep, I'd watch it. I want them to beat the sister-in-law's butt.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would. I would pay for that on OnlyFans. So Elizabeth, please, if you're looking for some content, we would pay big bucks.
They should put that on
watch you.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, beat the shit out of your sister-in-law.
It looked like they all kind of teamed up again, like the sisters. They all became friends at the end when Libby wanted to beat up the sister-in-law.
Well, it seemed like they all agree that Charlie was the problem.
Yes.
That he
I was
instigated
surprised.
everything, and that he was the one who instigated the fight, and that knowing that this would be an issue, the dad invited him anyway. And what would they have expected? They didn't expect anything less.
Yeah, I was surprised that they all kind of hate Charlie and his sister, or I mean his wife.
Charlie
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's gross.
Which makes me think that there's like a whole other dynamic going on that they haven't been talking about, right? Between Charlie and the family. Because it is odd how they were like, he has a problem. He needs help. You and mom need to get him some effing help. So I think there's like something behind the scenes that they haven't been discussing that's going on with Charlie.
Yeah.
In addition to all these problems.
Yeah, even Becky's husband, when he got involved, like he got in the middle of it and he was yelling. And then when they were outside, he was like saying a lot of stuff about Charlie and how he's like, he has the vocabulary of a 5-year-old and he's super toxic. And that was like right before he left, and he was like, I'm done with this family. I have my wife and my kid and I'm done with the rest of this family.
Would you be done with the family if you were a sibling?
I feel like they just say that stuff and then they're still going to like be entangled with each other.
If I could take a back seat and just watch and be like, you idiots, and like drink my wine, like, just come for the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get involved. I'd be like, nope, thank you. Go ahead and just hash those out.
The problem thing is though that they're saying that their money is involved. That's why I feel like they got a hand in it.
The root of all evil.
Well, they're going to start their own business. Best of luck to your new venture, sisters.
Yeah. Andrei doesn't even need Chuck. He just needs to do OnlyFans. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I was making OnlyFans money? I would do this podcast.
Right. I don't think any of us would.
Come on. It's possible for you guys. Just got to show it. Got to show the goodies.
We're not like Andrei.
No, not like
he does.
Andrei. Yeah, we could see the thirst in your eyes.
I was down for it.
He was shirtless for a good 20 minutes of the episode.
I gotta say though, I was a little scared when he was going really crazy there. When his eyes were just bulging and he's just going, come on. It's like whenever he saw Charlie, I don't know, it's like this
rabid dog.
Yes, exactly. It was like a trigger, like this crazy trigger for him. He just went nuts.
Well, he wanted to knock him out.
He could not control himself until
several years of pent up emotion and anger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess how long has he been there?
Yeah, he finally got his hands on him, and I think he wanted to finish it.
Oh man! Oh, he would have killed him. He would have killed him.
Yeah, he would have had a different face.
And Charlie was like kind of like admitting defeat, but not really admitting defeat when he was like walking home. Yeah, he got me on the ground. But
whatever, dude. You lost. You lost.
He just wanted to wrestle. Just wanted to wrestle like a little girl. You know.
He got you on the ground. That's a loss.
Yeah, he lost for
sure.
You
didn't even hit back. Why don't you hit back?
Yeah, he should have done some punching.
Wailing. Yeah.
I did see Charlie try to throw a few punches there, though. But
landed.
Andrei was being held by the big bodyguard guy and the brother-in-law. Like one guy was holding one hand and the brother-in-law was holding the other arm. And it's like, oh man, it's messed up.
Hey, he's a big dude. So I think you need 3 people to hold that guy.
I agree.
What do you think about the tell-all?
Ooh, yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, it's a juicy.
I'm excited for it. I was like, this episode, I was like, oh man, I had to rewound that fight like 3 times.
Wow, you loved it, huh?
What's going on? Why is Becky's husband going crazy? Because like in one scene, he just went nuts, right?
I think he was trying to stop the fight.
Yeah, I think he was yelling at the bodyguard guy. He's all like, get him out of here. to get Andrei out because they're just kind of messing around. You know, they want the drama to keep going, but they didn't like quite want to end it. So kind of hold them back, you know, until the brother-in-law went nuts and they finally kicked them out of the house. What do you think about what Charlie and his wife were saying? Like, we didn't have any problems until Andrei came along. You let them break up the family.
No, Charlie has been a problem.
Yeah, it seems like Charlie's been a problem for a while. So I doubt that. It's probably just like something that they're saying to make Chuck not do business with Andrei.
You know who I see who's like always perfectly calm? She does get excited sometimes, but not too much, is the other sister. What's her name? There's Libby, Becky, and...
Is it Jessica?
No, it's not Jessica.
Lindsay?
No.
Sarah?
She's
not. She's not.
Jen.
Oh, Jen.
There you go, Jen.
Is that not memorable?
Isn't she always like kind of most of the time even keeled? She's like, this was just nuts. She's just like trying to stop the fighting here and there, but
I don't think she tried to stop anything. She was just like, all right, I guess they're fighting.
No, she tried to stop Libby and the sister-in-law from going at it. She was like holding back the sister-in-law.
Nah, I'd let Libby go at it.
They said that this is something that is unrecoverable. Do you think that's true?
No, I mean, they had a similar kind of fight on the boat, right? I feel like they could still, let this drama go on and on.
Yeah. So what do you think Charlie's problem is?
Oh, we can't
Everybody hates
him.
Well, they say he's super toxic. He just says like toxic stuff.
Is that a diagnosable mental disorder?
I know like a bunch of hearsay.
What do they say?
It's all alleged, all hearsay, all rumors. Could be totally fake. I don't know. That he's like really into drugs and stuff, and it's like drug stuff.
I can see that. He has like 2 DUIs, right?
Ooh, does he? Juicy. I want to go see his mugshots.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But yeah, he just seems like a super toxic person, like anyway. So I'm not surprised they all have a problem with him. Like even Libby was like calling him loser.
Yes, if Becky and her husband too are getting on their side, come on. He must be really bad.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what happened with them. What do you think Chuck is going to do? Is he going to make a decision between his family and Andrei? Is he going to close shop? Just throw the business out the window?
No, I'm pretty sure he's going to continue business with Andrei. And then the sisters will just start their own business or whatever. And
Charlie will just be left out to dry.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares about Charlie?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. So that was that. I loved it. It was a great episode. Chuck has a nice house. I love that pool. It was covered. Oh, man.
Yeah, but you live in Miami. Yuck. No offense to our Miami friends.
Miami is nice for like a week. And after that, it's
too humid for my hairs.
All right. So that's them. Should we do Kalani and Asuelu?
Sure, we can do Kalani and Asuelu. So it begins with the morning after the big blow up that they had between Asuelu and his family. So it just starts with Asuelu in the kitchen talking to Kalani's mom. And then they're just like talking about what happened. And then Kalani's mom says some nice things to Asuelu about how much he's grown and like how he has he's come a long way to where he used to be, which I think is true. Like he used to be totally different. And I feel like he was never going to be able to like continue on with his marriage with Kalani, but he made a lot of good changes. But anyway, yeah. So he talks with Kalani's mom, and then Kalani comes in, and then she talks to him about the blanket, the incident, and why he brought it up and why that was wrong. And he's like, I did not expect that to happen. And then Kalani's like, yeah, I mean, nobody really expected that to happen. But I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, And he says thank you to Kalani's family for having his back. He's not used to that. Which is interesting because he comes from a family of like 9 people or 9 siblings, right? It makes me think like how close they are.
Mm-hmm. Like,
I guess not. I guess they're not that close.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like Tammy. He's ready to get rid of Tammy in his life. So maybe they're not that close. Yeah. But then they talk about how he still wants to have a relationship with his mom. That's his mom. And Kalani couldn't imagine not having a relationship with her mom. But she still can't really put herself in his place because she wants Asuelu now to have a relationship with his mom. Which is like, that's a really hard place to be. I mean, I could see Tammy. Yeah, get rid of Tammy. Who cares about Tammy? But the mom, I mean, that's hard. And then Kalani's mom breaks the news that they're going to sell the house because she wants to be closer to Kalani's dad. And so she wants to move closer to California. So they're going to have to like really figure out what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Where they're going to live? How are they going to survive? I think Kalani's the only one working, and then Asuelu hasn't been working because his accident. He's been afraid to go back to work, so now they're gonna have to like find a way to get it together.
Kalani isn't working.
She's not working.
No, she's just getting money from 90 Day Fiance, which I don't think is a lot, But she's a stay-at-home mom. So that's why she's like always telling them, like, how are we going to send you money? Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. We live with our parents. He's not working.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever this argument comes up, I'm like, why can't you just send your mom like $100? Just keep her mouth shut, Or are they asking for more money? Like, are they like telling him like send me $1,000 or something? Like, I'm curious if they're giving him a limit. Like, wouldn't he just send $100 every month and call it a day?
Did they ever say like an amount? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I haven't heard an amount. They just like ask for money generally.
Yeah.
All right, give him $100.
Yeah, but anyway, that's like the biggest thing that's bothering Asuelu, because of all that pressure to provide for his family, which makes sense because if Kalani's not working and then he has 2 little kids, plus they're gonna have to get rid of. I mean, not get rid of, but they lost their Kalani's parents' help with the kids. So that's going to be really tough. And so what Asuelu does to deal with that is he goes to one of those places where you break crap, which seems fun. And I could see how that can get out your aggression. And he goes with his friend. And you just see them going crazy, like breaking all these electronics and blah, blah, blah. And then, like Asuelu has a heart-to-heart with his friend and he cries again, which Asuelu always does in all of his activities. He always has a heart-to-heart at the end and he always cries. But anyway, the friend just talks about how, it's typical how these island boys come from the Samoa and like they're really naive and it's hard for them to adjust. And then he suggests to Asuelu, because of all his problems, to try and bring Kalani back to Samoa, which is like the worst advice. It's not going to work at all. And it's just going to cause problems between them. And then Asuelu cries again. And he says, thank you so much for being here with me and all that stuff. And then you cut to Asuelu and Kalani in the park. And it's just them, like, what are they doing? Playing Frisbee or something? Catch? You're just like frolicking together in the park, just them two, trying to reconnect. And then Asuelu goes off on Kalani about not being he doesn't go off, but he just says, you need to be like a real Samoan woman. You're not a real Samoan woman. So that's why we should move back to Samoa so we can live off the land and be provincial. And Kalani's like, first of all, I am a real Samoan woman, okay? Just because I'm half Samoan, which is true. And we're not moving to Samoa. I don't know. I mean, he did move to America for 2 years. I mean, maybe she could sacrifice, especially if they don't have a way to provide, It's an option. What do you guys think?
Nope. Pass. Thank you. Next question.
You don't want to live off the land and build your own house and grow food around your farm? I mean, around your
question,
house?
is there Amazon Prime and like gigabyte internet? Because those are deal breakers.
You can't sacrifice the way he has, just, maybe a year or two.
No. Next question.
For me, I would like it. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Absolutely not. No.
Live off the land? You're going to farm that land?
No.
Yes, I'd live off the land, but I would probably do it for like maybe max 2 years. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready to come home.
Oh God, that's going to get old after a week.
Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, do you think they really live like that? Like, then why is the mom asking for money all the time?
Because they have to live off the land, girl.
No, it's to give to the church.
You got to live off the land because the taro don't grow fast enough.
No, but that's what he said. Like, he's like, it's not like here in America where everything is money. If you don't like give them money, you get kicked out of the house. Or you don't pay your bills, they turn it off. He's like, it's not like that in Samoa. You make your own house on the land and you grow your own food and everything's okay. You live off the land.
You just pick any land. Be like, okay, I live on this land now.
Exactly. I know, right? I don't know how that works.
This is my land now. I'm the captain now.
I think so.
Colonizers have done for a long time.
That's true. Why can't they reverse do it?
And maybe
it's not like, well, what I picture is Hawaii, but I'm sure it's not like that. I'm sure it's like much more rural, right?
Yeah, Hawaii's America.
Yeah. Like it's much more island life.
Yeah, for me, I would take that opportunity for max 2 years though. After that, I need Amazon.
I hope you love taro.
Yeah, you'd be eating taro every day.
I'd be like, can you raise some chickens around here? Can we get some eggs? Come on.
If you raise chickens, would you eat them?
I mean, I would learn to eat them.
Oh, I don't know. If I named them and I like pet them every day.
No, you can't name them. You gotta treat them like animals.
Oh, I don't want to know where my meat comes from.
Then you're not in touch the land.
No, I'd be vegan. Is there a vegan Samoan? That'd be me.
I don't know. The Samoans are really big. Do they get big off of just vegetables?
Yeah, dude. Carbs.
Tubers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's the tubers. But yeah, he's implying a lot of like that she's not a real Samoan because of how like not submissive she is. Like just because she moves back to Samoa with you doesn't mean she's gonna pop out a bunch of babies and be like a quote unquote real Samoan woman. She's gonna be the same. Just be in Samoa. That's it.
Even more angry.
Yeah, Samoan American living in Samoa with all of the American ideals. Yeah, that's not gonna make for
none of the American conveniences.
No.
Can you relate to her argument? As in, she's as well as like, but you're not a real Samoan. Like you don't even speak the language.
That's
you don't
insulting.
even really know the culture.
You don't think that's insulting for William, who doesn't speak the language?
Well,
so how do you feel, William?
Yeah, I think so.
You're not a real one.
Yeah, but I mean, like she was born in America, like me, so it's like a different kind of, like, I don't know what you say, type, but it doesn't mean you're like not real. It's just like a different generation,
type,
a different type,
the different version.
Yeah,
it's a hybrid.
The Americanized version.
Yeah, the Americanized version. Then she didn't choose. That's her parents did that to her, like me. And I'm glad they did. I'm glad I was born in America.
You could be like Will Dasovich and go back and be like famous and win like all these.
I'm contests. I need to be half white like him.
That's true. He's got that going for him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for them. Any more thoughts?
Do you think this is going to be a thing between them? Because then Kalani's like, every time things are going pretty well, something comes up to mess it all up. And, now like this is another new hurdle for them. Or you think this will blow over?
I think she wants that 90-day money, so she's gonna try to create some stuff. Maybe she'll go to Samoa.
The other way episode there with her.
Yeah, exactly. She joins the other way.
Yeah, that would be. I would watch that.
I would also watch.
Yes.
Right? Well, seeing as how that's our next series.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that
one looks good. It looks more positive, like more happier moments. Like this season was like so, like it was so morbid. It's full of dread.
Hey, I mean that's what happens after the wedding. It's real life.
Yeah.
I mean that's true, but it was just like so much. I feel like
it's so much real life. It's too real. It's too real, guys. Cancel the show. It's too real.
I need some Rebecca and Zia 10 moments.
Yeah, they didn't get summoned back because it was too fake.
Yeah. I need some fake happiness.
Yeah. Joelle is chicken.
So do you think that they're going to end up moving with their mom, like to California? I mean, how are they going to survive without them? I mean, this is crazy. The parents were helping her so much financially and with the kids, and now they're going to be left alone. No, I don't think so. I think they're going to end up moving with the mom wherever they go.
That's
I think the mom said she's not going to move to California, but closer.
Where are they now? Utah?
Yeah.
Nevada.
I think they're in Utah. So
is Utah on border with California? Am I a terrible American for not knowing? It is, right?
I think it is. No.
What state's border California, guys?
Nevada.
Oregon.
And Mexico.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we're bad.
Oh, God.
But we got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we move on to Mike and Natalie?
Mike and Natalie. Oh, man. So we see our favorite Ukrainian ice queen lugging around a suitcase, getting ready to grab her stuff from Mike's place to move in with. As of now, we're assuming is only friends, Juliana, right? We're not really sure what the hell is happening with those two, but as of now, they're only friends. So her homecoming is pretty hilarious because she was more excited to see Pulya the mouse over Mike. She showed that mouse more love and affection than I thought we saw her give Mike all season long, guys.
Totally agree.
Oh man. So this couple has a sit down talk about the status of their relationship, which I don't think was much of a talk because she talked to that Pulya mouse more than she talked to Mike. She's like, oh my darling Pulya. Oh man. So Mike basically told her, pack your shit and go. That he doesn't deserve the way that he's been treated in their relationship, puts down some shots while Natalie goes ahead and packs her shit to go. So did she commit the 100% that she says that she did to this relationship? Would you guys have gone if you were Natalie?
Yes. Yeah. They weren't getting along.
Tried to work it out a little bit.
They've already been trying. We've been watching this train wreck for so long.
Yeah. I mean, we've been telling them to get divorced since before the wedding.
Right.
Yeah. What a mess. So on their second scene, we see Mike and Natalie say what could be their last words to each other. Mike wants to know if Natalie is really set on leaving without breaking up, separating, or even talking about divorce. So Big Mike blames the only friends Juliana for feeding her these ideas, but Natalie doesn't feel that she was ever heard in their relationship. So you can see that she's visibly given up. She doesn't want to talk anymore because the time for talking has passed. So in Natalie's eyes, the journey of their relationship was doomed from the get-go, from, feeling like she was being strung along to the cancellation of their wedding and just like overall not feeling like she was being heard. In Mike's eyes, he doesn't want to chase after her after what he says poured his heart and soul into their relationship And he felt like Natalie never listened to his issues in the relationship. But in Juliana's eyes, she needed to find that bathroom and tell Mike she's got an open line for him when she's ready to talk. So what a fucking awkward hug, guys. Why did she hug him?
Awkward.
Why would she touch him?
It was the most awkward interaction
Read
I've
the
ever
room,
seen.
Juliana. You need to go.
And it messes up his hat, and then she tries to fix it.
Oh, man. What a mess. So Mike's like, use the bathroom, take my wife, take whatever you want. Oh, man. So now that we've seen their journey come full circle, do you have an answer to Mike's question that was it true that Mike really or Natalie really had love for Mike, or was it all bullshit?
I think that Natalie did in the beginning really want to try to work it out. I don't think she came here just for the green card.
You saw that she tried to make concessions about her craziness in the beginning, but it was really Mike who strung her along in the 90-day season. Like, he didn't want to commit to her. He didn't want to have anything to do with being married. He said he wanted to take it day by day on a 90-day K1 visa where you're supposed to get married. What is this girl supposed to expect?
He canceled their wedding on their wedding day?
He canceled their wedding. The scandal. This man has the audacity to cancel their wedding.
On the wedding day.
But when they did commit, that's when she did all her craziness, even afterwards.
But okay,
after they got married.
She was already crazy. Like, he already knew they were going to have issues. He should, like, we talked about how he should have cut it off.
Yeah.
Sever the head of the snake, Mike. Why did you marry her?
He was right to have canceled their wedding.
You had an out, idiot. So it's really your fault, Mike. We blame you 100%. The three-way blames you.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess her craziness really didn't change. The only thing that really changed was like she found an amplifier for her craziness in Juliana. Yeah. And Juliana just was a multiplier for her craziness. She took all of Mike's presents and gave it to Juliana's family. That's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy. But I'm happy that this couple is over. I don't think I could have taken one more season. We would have just skipped over them.
Yeah, I'm so done with seeing them too.
Are they really over?
No, she's gonna be in the single life.
Is she?
Rumor has it.
You know, I think I wouldn't mind seeing her craziness in the single life.
Mm-hmm.
With Big Ed. I hope they get together. Is he dead? Did I read somewhere that he died?
Who?
Big Ed.
No, he's alive.
But he was in that pretty heinous accident, right?
He was?
Yeah.
I thought I just saw him on TikTok.
Oh, maybe I'm imagining it.
I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
I mean, they didn't even really have a real conversation.
No, he's alive. He has a cameo. He's still out here doing cameo. So let's see. He charges $79 for a cameo.
Wow,
Damn.
That's a lot. Forget him.
Yeah. What does he show?
It's got into his head.
Lack of a neck.
Yep. Yeah. So I don't think they'd ever be able to have a real conversation. They never have been able to settle any of their arguments in any way. So I'm not surprised that this went the way it did, which is basically ups and leaves. And that's probably the better way. If they try to talk it out, nothing would happen and you get to another dumb argument. So
exactly. Why is Mike there's no point in trying to work out a marriage that didn't seem like you guys were on the same page for a while now.
Do you think
why
that
does he still want to talk it out? I don't understand why he still wanted to talk it out.
Oh gosh, I know. Do you think that she was rubbing it in his face how much she loved that rat compared to him? She was just literally.
It sure felt that way.
All over that rat. Giving it kisses and letting it go around her hair and just going crazy.
It was a cute rat, though.
Meanwhile, he's just staring at her like
chopped liver on the side.
Exactly. That's funny.
Did she take the rat with her?
I sure hope so, because I didn't see her pack it.
I saw her put it back in the cage, so I don't know.
Oh man.
I don't think she took it.
Mike's gonna cook it and eat it.
The cat and the rat.
Oh man. Yeah.
Mike is gonna feed it to the cat.
Well, I mean, that's the new couples, right? We really wish these new couples happy life together. Juliana, Natalie, we hope you guys make it. Mike, good luck. Cat, best of luck to you guys.
Juliana is so crazy.
She is. She's so weird. She reminds me of one of our old friends. I used to be in love with Will.
Oh, tell me which one. There's so many that loved him.
Certified cray. Right,
certified cray.
Okay, should we move on to the next happy couple, Tiffany and Ronald? Oh boy. Oh boy. This one's kind of scary. I don't know. I know where this is going. Okay, so it starts off with them coming back after their argument, where Tiffany refuses to get in the car after the counseling session. And I don't even know how this argument really happened. What happened? It was just that he's all so are you going to be able to do that? Stop criticizing me. And then I guess she threw it back to him, and then it blew up. But Ronald wasn't having it. He's like, she needs to know her place. He's done with her stepping on his head. And he seems done with trying or anything. He's just nope. He argues with her, tells her that he leaves her there basically, and she has to get a ride back through production. Tells her that she needs to go back to America. They sleep in separate rooms. They don't reconcile in the morning. He starts talking about how she can go back to the US, but she's not taking the kids. He's going to stay with the kids, and he's going to fight. He's going to fight for them. All while she's in the other room. And I'm like, oh God, thank God she's not here to hear this, because she would go crazy. She would lose her mind.
Yeah.
And then, so they don't make up in the morning. He says that you're allowed to walk away from a conversation, but I'm not allowed to walk away from a conversation. And she's like, yes, but that's because you were yelling at me and treating me bad. And if you're going to yell at me and treat me bad, then yes, I'm going to walk away and I should be allowed. And she's like, you're used to maybe these women over here who don't talk back and don't argue or don't speak their mind. And that's not me. Okay. That's not me. And it's, well, then you need to go back to effing America. And then it ends like that. And she's like, our marriage is over. The end.
Is their marriage over?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. She does need to go back to America.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and so then in the tell-all, I don't know what they're trying to talk about. Ronald is trying to insinuate that she's having a flirtation or an affair with a producer or something.
Scandalous.
She slept in the same hotel room or hotel as a camera guy or something.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. And he's like, do you want me to spill it out? I'll let it all out. I'll let it all out. So I hope he does, because I wonder what he's talking about. I'm like, all right, yeah. What happened?
Yeah. So whose side are you on?
I am on her side, Tiffany. How about you guys?
Also Tiffany. I think Ronald's really had no argument. I think he blew up ever since the couples counseling and has just had it out for her because he was being told that what she was saying was true.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of convoluted, even though I know that she was in the right. I felt sorry for him because he was trying, but he wasn't trying in the right way. And yeah, she should have just nothing changed really between her and him when she went to South Africa. It was still the same amount of frustration. There was no change in behavior either of them really. So it's there's really no reason to go there. You should have never come, and you should just go home. And he got like kind of scary like near the end too.
Oh yeah, when he was like, I don't know if he was about to throw his laptop or something. I forgot what he said. Okay. When she was saying like, okay, so do you think that I'm happy right now that I married you, Ronald? Oh, and then he got up and he was really pissed. I don't know if he was like, he wanted to throw his laptop, he wanted to just go crazy, but he ended up walking outside and she was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're having that kind of like intense argument. You can't make sudden movements like that. You gotta walk slow.
Yeah, yeah. I would have been quiet in that moment. And I was like, so what is she going to have to do to leave this place alive with her kid?
That's true. Because, yeah, he said he was going to fight, right? He was ready to fight for the kids.
She's going to have to pretend or something.
If she goes and like gets them ready for the airport, you think he's going to like strap them down to the car and be like, no, you can go. The kids will stay here. And then the kids start crying and freaking out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you imagine the scandal?
I don't think they would show that though. That'd be like child abuse or something. Child trauma. I don't think they'd show that, but I can totally see that happening.
Who would win? Like when I did hear that, I was like really scared for Tiffany.
I know.
That's what he would do. I'm just like, girl, you shouldn't have come.
But I think like if she calls the police, I don't know exactly how the police work there, but like I feel like there's no judge that would side with Ronald.
Well, one, they're Americans, right? So they don't have South African visa for them to stay in South Africa long term with him.
Yeah, that's true. So hopefully she can call the police and like get an escort.
That's true. That's the smartest thing she could do, is get the producers involved.
Do you think Ronald's mom would help her or like be on her son's side and be like, you ain't taking these kids nowhere?
I don't know. I think she would understand. I feel like she knows how bad Ronald has been too, because she's talked about how far he's come and how much change he's made. So she knows where he's been, like at his low point when in terms of like all the gambling and stuff like that. So I'm sure she would understand. I feel like she would, if why Tiffany would want to go back to America.
I feel bad for him in that he does want to be there for his kids, and it won't seem possible if him and Tiffany don't work out. You know, I'm like, oh man, that's really sad. It's a sad situation right there.
I know. Daniel's gonna have to call a new boy daddy.
Yeah, and the daughter, so she won't know her father. And she looks just like him. So
yeah, that's awkward.
That sucks.
So in that way, that's the only area that I feel bad for Ronald. Other than that, I'm like, especially when he says know your place, how in the world can you reconcile or make any type of anything when somebody's yelling at you, know your place? Like, what? No, I'm just going to leave now. That's my place, to go back to America.
I do know. Yes.
Yes. So I'm free.
Yeah.
Beauty
do what I want
in America.
So she's just going to have to like play nice with him for a little bit until she can make her way to the airport with the kids. You know what? I'm just going to go to the store. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to take Daniel.
What I was thinking I would do and be like, all right, hon, go to work. And then like fucking book it to the airport.
You know, I'm really sorry about yesterday. So yes, it was my fault. I need to know my place. You're so right, honey. I need to know my place. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's all go to sleep now.
So scary.
Let's go to sleep. All right, pack them bags. All right, come on, let's go, kids. Let's go. Production. Come on, help me get to the airport. That's what I envision. Okay, anything else with them?
Did you guys like their story this year?
It was entertaining, but not so much in like a happy way. It's kind of sad. I feel bad for Ronald. He's terrible, but I feel bad that he wants to be there for his kids and it's not working out.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you can be a great dad and a terrible husband. Those are not mutually exclusive.
Maybe Tiffany will end up on a single life.
Oh, I hope she would. She's pretty.
She is. So do you think, okay, so if you saw the way she is in this relationship, do you think like you would be able to handle her in a relationship? Like, do you feel like she, has been reasonable and you're like, you know what? Yeah, like those things that she asked for, it's not bad. I can deal with somebody like her.
I don't think she was unreasonable. I think she had enough built up anger towards Ronald from over time, like a period of time that just made her seem like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like overly critical. But in the very beginning of the season, she was just saying, I just want you to show some effort. Just send a box of diapers.
Yeah,
like you don't have to pay for everything. So that sounds reasonable. But I feel like she's gonna need some time to not bring this stuff in her next relationship.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, she's gonna carry this trauma to the next guy and just think the worst of them.
Will she make a better choices, man decisions?
And she's batting 2-0 at this
point.
No.
You seem so smart and reasonable. It's like, why can't you find somebody, who could meet those expectations?
Guys, I guess from an attraction standpoint, like, from an instinct level, it's just like, oh, this guy's good, but doesn't think for a second, to things that make sense.
Okay, let's do Yara and Jovi. So they wake up the next morning and we see Yara talking to Gwen. And Gwen is like, okay, so where's Jovi? And she's like, really, I don't know, because we both came home from the strip club. We got into an argument and then he left. And he hasn't slept here. And then Gwen's like, wait, what? And then in that moment, Jovi walks in all nonchalant. And Gwen is like, you know what? You guys need to talk. And why would you take her to a strip club? And you guys need to talk. So come on, give me the baby and try to work things out. And then she's like, you need to listen more. And then she tells Yara, you don't need to say yes to everything. And then Jovi, being a dick, is like, thanks for that wonderful advice, Mom.
I was just going to say that I'm like, Miss Gwen, you should have slapped the shit out of him right then and there where he stood.
Wasn't that so rude?
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
He is an asshole. So they go to the beach and talk, and we see how much of an asshole he really is. He's all like, oh, I thought you would like the strip club. It's like, come on. You said you guys would leave and you didn't. And she's like, if you listen, like, this is who I am. You need to accept it. Like, this is how I'm going to be. If you don't like it, then you need to leave me because I'm not going to change. This is how it is now. This is who I am. Like, you can find somebody. Go marry a stripper then. Go be with a stripper.
You should be with a stripper.
Yeah, because I can leave. I can go back to Ukraine and be with my family because I left everybody. I left my friends, my family, everything. And it's not, people say that I may have wanted to be here for a green card. Like, what the hell is a green card? If I have to live suffering like this. And I'm like, wow, Yara. Yeah, I really saying it the way it is,
Yeah, I guess the only person who we really truly can say was there for the green card is Natalie.
Natalie. And then Jovi, he's like, well, I'm not going to change either because he wants to party. Like, so on one hand, he says he wants to work it out with her. But on the other hand, he doesn't want to change who he is, which is like, because she's like, if you want to make this work, then you need to change your partying, stop going out at night, and then that's when he does like in his like a personal interview. He's like, I'm not going to change who I am completely. No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, that's stupid. Get a divorce.
I know. That's fine. Go if you don't want to change. It's fine. Just get a divorce.
She warned you.
I feel like Yara is like super reasonable throughout all of this. Like instead of like blowing up and going crazy, she's just kind of stating her feelings, and she doesn't say like, you're a jerk, Jovi. Can't you see what a freaking jerk you're being right now? She's just kind of like, listen, if you're not happy with who I am, then leave me. And we can get a divorce.
I like that. I like that she gave him the option, take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm. And all Jovi keeps thinking about is the old Yara. He's like, why did you have to change so much though? But why you gotta change so much? You know, like once you came to America, you're so different. Where's the old Yara? Where's the old Yara? Where's
Bro,
the
how's she
old
gonna-
Yara?
You put her in New Orleans. You made her carry a baby that you didn't help with, that she had to live with your mom for like the rest of the time of her pregnancy. What did you expect would happen?
I know. You were gone for 4 months.
What did you think? Of course she was going to change. Of course she had to like create a defense mechanism in order for her to survive in an unfamiliar environment.
By herself.
Yeah, she did all that shit by herself. So we're proud of you, Yara. You're my favorite this year.
And her life had to change too. She had to become a mom. She couldn't just be all no responsibilities, go partying and doing all. No, like maybe sometimes she does want to party, but she can't. She had to change all that because you're not there to help. So she doesn't have any break. And she had to figure out that her number one priority is Mila. And that's what Jovi can't figure out. Like he still thinks I don't know, maybe because he's able to walk in and out because of his job that he just can't, make that transition in his mind. I don't know. That transition into fatherhood.
How old is he? 30 something?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's not even saying like, is she saying like no parties like whatsoever? He could still like, I don't know, go out once a week, once a month. I don't
Once
know.
a week, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Okay, well, maybe that's just like once a month. I feel like she's been reasonable. She went with him to the Russian restaurant. He goes see his friends. Like, what exactly does he need?
Strippers.
Yeah, he wants her to be like in a dance club and strippers and maybe like have a lot of sex with him. Maybe that's his ultimate problem, that he's not getting a lot of sex from Yara. I don't know.
Strippers. Hookers.
Man, he's already had like 10 years of that, so he needs to let it go.
He's stuck in his ways.
He's such a jerk, though. It's like he doesn't understand anything. Like when he talks, yeah, you're a douche.
No, douche.
I hope you get what's coming to you, you douche. I hope she leaves you and goes back to Ukraine.
We'll see next week.
Okay. Should we do Angela and Michael?
Well, it's just Angelo.
Right.
Our grand finale story of the evening goes to Hot Body Angela going to an IVF consult with her daughter Skyla. So Angela's still out here trying to get those sweet 30-year-old eggs from her daughter Skyla, who I assume is 30. I don't actually know. So Skyla, if you're like 19, I'm sorry. But Skyla was pretty adamant about not giving any of her eggs to Angela and Michael. So, once they go into the doctor's office, they talk a little bit about her history. The doctor told Angela all the risks that she's going to put her body through should she decide to get pregnant at 55
Which
years
is a
old.
lot.
Guys, 55. Put your hot body with a new baby. Come on.
Mm-mm.
Come on.
No.
So they also talk about all the risks Skyla is going to have to go through if they continue to push her to be an egg donor. But Angela, in her right state of mind, seems to come to her senses and does seem like she doesn't want to put Skyla's health at risk. Right? Pretty good decision.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also talk about all the weird pedigrees that are going to happen when you donate to the same familial lineage, where Skyla will be the baby's mom and the baby's sister. How you feel about that?
That's weird.
Yeah. And Angela will be the mom and the grandma. You love it?
That's some, so what you say, creep show, some creep
Yo.
show shit.
It's some Freaky Friday shit up in there, guys. But let me tell you, as someone who works in this space, it happens a lot more than you think.
Really?
So would you donate your eggs and sperm to your siblings if they asked? They couldn't have their own baby?
Yes.
And you could be the aunt and mom?
Mm-hmm.
Or
I would.
uncle and dad? Oh, me too.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, for me, and I've talked about this with a lot of my friends in the reproductive space. I personally feel like it's different being a dad versus being like a father, like a dad being, that paternal figure who raises a child versus just being the father of, fathering something. So for me, I would have no attachment to sperm. Go ahead, raise that baby. So the other thing is, if the health risks weren't enough to scare you, maybe the price tag of $100,000 would be.
That's a lot of money.
Would you pay? Would you do what it takes to have an IVF baby?
If I didn't have any babies and I really wanted one, yes.
You'd sell your
I
house.
would.
You'd second mortgage your house
Yes.
because it's not covered by insurance.
Yep.
Would it be worth it? What if your kids were assholes?
Exactly. You never know. Yeah,
You're
you're
like,
right.
Yeah.
God damn, this kid cost me $100,000 and some change, and now they're assholes.
Maybe you can adopt. Would you adopt?
I would adopt 100%.
I would adopt too, but I would try IVF first.
So you'd try the 100,000.
I think I would try it.
It's gonna cost that much money, guys. Especially if you're gonna need an egg donor, all the medicines, and potentially a surrogate. Surrogates themselves cost $100,000.
And you got to fly over the semen.
That's actually the cheapest thing that you'll have to do.
Wow, man, I need to be rich.
Yeah, that'll be the cheapest thing that you'll do.
Wait, how much does it cost to be how much would you have to pay a surrogate?
$100,000 if they give birth, I think. Wow. So they get money every step of the way. To hire them, they get a fee. To get a transfer, they get a fee. If they get pregnant, they get a fee. Every milestone they hit, they get a fee. If they lose the baby, you still have to pay them.
Okay.
So it's big bucks, but it's a year's worth of work. So imagine basically making 6 figures for 1 year of your life.
Would you do it?
Be a surrogate?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want everyone to give birth. I don't ever want to be a woman.
Okay, but let's say you had the opportunity. Let's say
No.
you were a woman. Would you do it
No.
for 100,000? What about you, Will?
I'm just imagining the pain that I would like, the emotional and psychological pain of. And I asked our mutual friend about this. She was like, yeah, the money's interesting, but I'd want to keep the baby after.
Well, what about what you just said about being a father and a dad? Why can't it apply to a mom? Like, you're not, it's like being the mother and being a mom.
Well, that's different, right? Because you birthed it. So for a male, it's a different psychology than for a female who you basically made that thing and held it and took care of it and went to every appointment and made sure it was alive for 1 year.
But what if it's okay? Wait, hold on. So are we talking about like, is it my egg or is it like
If you are the surrogate, it's not your egg.
Right. Yes. So I mean, yes, you made it, but it's just something that your body does naturally.
So
you're just going into an appointment,
and some
your
women
body's
do feel
doing
that
it
way.
naturally.
I recommend the series from
And it's
Radio
not. Oh, right. Yes, Radio.
There's a lot of people that do it because they want the money. They said, I'm happy to loan my uterus to women who need it because I don't want a baby.
Yes, I feel like for me, I wouldn't have that attachment, especially if it wasn't my egg, was somebody else's. It's like, this has nothing to do with me. It's just, I'm just basically feeding it.
Yeah. Some people do feel that way, where it's the greatest gift that they can give to other women.
But you're saying though, that you don't care about your sperm, but if you were a female.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I don't ever want to do it because I don't want the pain. I don't want to be a surrogate for that reason. I don't want the morning sickness.
Just purely because of the pain?
For the physiological thing.
Okay, not necessarily because you feel like you'll be attached and you want to keep the child.
No, absolutely not. I don't ever want to feel that pain. I don't want to feel nausea. I don't want to feel cramps. I don't want to feel movement. I don't want to feel like, did the baby die? Pass on all that, guys. No.
I guess what they say, what is true, women are far beyond the strength of
it 100% is, and I applaud women who are able to do this because you guys are something else. That's
what I'm telling you.
Amazing.
I'm like, listen, if I could go through all of this shit 3 times, you can have a vasectomy. Okay?
Yeah, you can.
You can have a vasectomy.
You won't listen.
I'm scared.
My advice for guys who's gonna get a vasectomy: you don't feel anything. It's tough.
Oh.
I didn't get a vasectomy, but I've sat in the cases. And good urologists are excellent.
Okay.
You know, you'll be back on your feet in a day.
It hurts. I don't know. I'm like, what? Hell.
Well, it'll hurt. It'll hurt the after when the anesthesia wears out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You'll feel it. They ripped it in there.
Like, well, come on. It's like your little bit of something. Your little bit of sacrifice.
Yeah, you got to do it.
So, yeah, they're not going to do it. Oh, my gosh. What about the tell-all? That looks like madness.
Yeah, so like Miss Big Titty to regular titty Angie, you know, don't sacrifice your health because we are happy to go see these regular titties flash everyone next week.
What the hell was that all about?
You show them those big titties turn to regular titty.
She gets mad at the aunt again. Like she fights with the aunt every tell.
That's her thing.
Fighting with the aunt. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess you should have talked to your husband, I guess, and tell him the reality of like what life is like with a 55-year-old who has one egg before you like put in this baby talk in motion. You know what I mean? Like 55 years old, one egg.
But how the hell did that jump to her showing her breastises?
Because they're pretty. You would show them off.
She just wanted to show them.
I agree.
Just like, you know what?
Check these brand new titties all up in your face.
They look really hard. I think they needed to be massaged more. You know, they didn't look like
they haven't formed well.
Yeah, they didn't look like they dropped well. Like, you know, they look too hard.
Do you think she got a lift?
Round.
Like maybe they lifted her chest a little bit.
Yeah,
because it did look rounder.
Lift. Yeah,
it does look like the skin was lifted.
They look like big old balls, like watermelons.
I mean, they're probably not. They were big and saggy before, but now they're like big and like up there.
Yeah. But you know, she was definitely feeling herself. Angela, I have to say, she looked like she was into what she had.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful new body. That like. You know, long blonde hair.
She was looking like Darcy and Stacy.
I don't know if you guys... Darcy. Yeah, she does look like them.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, but not the face.
What is that? What is that?
It's other 90-Day Fiance.
Oh,
not 90 Day, but TLC people.
They were from 90 Day.
Mm-hmm. They have the new show.
Oh, they were.
They have their own show now, their own spinoff. But yes, because one of them. Darcy, she was the one, she was going to marry some other, I forgot where he was from, like the Netherlands or something like that. I don't know. One of those, Denmark. And it was like a train wreck. It was good. Nice. Anyway, she became beloved. So now she has her own show.
Those are all our couples.
Yeah. So they didn't show Brandon and Julia. They went MIA.
Yeah. So we are at the end here. Who is your most beloved couple and who is your least?
This is difficult. I would say Andrei and and Libby. They're a beloved couple. They don't have anything really wrong between the two of them. It's mostly like a family thing. And they've been very entertaining this season. I've enjoyed watching their art. Like their fighting it's like not as bad as Ronald and Tiffany, which is are they my least? Yeah, one of my least, I'd say.
Mine is Kalani and Asuelu.
Your favorite?
Yeah, they had a really good growth. It was nice. It was an enjoyable ride to see their ups and downs and them kind of be on the same page a little bit, at least towards the end there.
Who's your least?
You already know who my least is. I'm not going to say.
Mike and Natalie?
Same. My favorite is also Kalani and Asuelu, just because exactly what you said. Like, I like their journey together. It was good. It's satisfying.
Yeah. As a show titled Happily Ever After, it just seemed like theirs fit that theme the best.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right, so the tell all next week.
Yeah, sorry guys for the late show. I was on vacation.
Yeah, whore.
Yeah, so we weren't able to record until now. But we hope you enjoyed it.
Yay.
All right, just real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't done so, please give us a 5-star review on any app that you use to listen to the podcast. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. I'll leave a link to the Patreon in the description. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
5 stars only.
That's right. We look forward to the next episode.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.